Welcome back to Lacrosse here on Let's Lose.
Yep. We were talking about Northern, where actually all three of us graduated from. And
my sister, remember when she went to school at Northern? She had a rough time.
She graduated from Northern?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. I wasn't sure.
She rode
the bus.
I didn't know.
You knew her.
Because we rode the bus.
Was she a grade below you?
I don't know. I didn't know her. We rode the bus.
I thought you knew her somehow.
We rode the bus.
Oh. Because I remember when I said years ago, I was like, I hang out with Brian and Angelica. I was telling my mom. And my sister was like, Angelica Hansen? I was like, yeah, horseface. Why? We rode the bus together. Okay.
There you go. Yeah. I didn't.
But she,
I had a friend
fuck, I'm
my
retarded.
last year of high school who was very. Your sister is very Christian. And
oh my
speaks
God.
about it all the time. My friend was not, and they had a fight on the bus.
Good.
And yeah.
I hope your friend won.
Who's your friend?
Remember that one time we went to Barnes and Nobles and that little chunky girl came up like waddling up to me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That one.
She's crazy.
Yeah, she is.
She watches the show. Thanks.
No,
we
she
lost our
doesn't.
only fan.
Yeah, I remember.
No, my sister wore fucking no abortion shirts
Yeah.
and shit like that to school. When I found out about that, I was like, you don't tell people I'm your brother. I am not related to you in any way. Oh, but I say it all the time. You idiot.
My cred.
I'm losing cred.
I strictly remember when we moved up here, they had like an open house at Northern. Like for the new students before the school year started, and my dad was like, "Well, let's go." And I was like,
familiar with it, yeah.
because when I first moved up here, I would have nothing to do with this.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to go back to
Every
Millersburg.
stereotypical movie ever of kids moving, I don't want any of this.
I was like, look, Mike's parents said I can live with them just during the school year. I come home on the weekends. I'll spend time with you guys. I just don't want to be up here. I'm not going to make any friends. My life will be ruined. And they're like, my dad's like, well, guess what? We're not paying tuition. You're going. So we go, and we sit in the guidance office, and, I'm sitting there with my dad. And immediately, that's what they said.
What?
Like, they had this dude come, and he was my tour guide.
Uh-huh.
And he came in, he's like, hi, my name's fucking Buffington. I'm super buff. And he's wearing like a fucking football jersey and shorts.
I beat up nerds living for a living.
And he's like, do you like football, man? You're a big guy. You should try out. Linebackers, we always need them. I don't really like football. Okay, it's cool, man. You got interests. Yeah.
He's like, you're lucky you can't fit in a locker, big man.
I was like, I don't.
Because we'd be throwing your ass in one.
I was like, I don't think I'm.
Welcome to Northern.
So then she's like, well, if you don't like football, she's like, another thing. She's like, I go to the town church here. Will we be seeing you guys this Sunday? To my dad.
The avid
My dad's like, no. She's like, oh, are you not religious? Like, we're not very, no. Well, Brian, if you would like to come to the Sunday prayer group to get to know some people, he wouldn't. Nope.
Not corrupting him.
And I was like,
get your God away from my boy.
And at that point, the fucking dude's like, well, I'll show you around.
I guess. It's my job.
Did I go in the water? I went into the water.
And I remember we did all that shit. And after that dude was very, very impersonable. And me and my dad were walking out to the car.
Uh-huh.
And he was like, yeah, it's only two.
No.
He's like, it's only 2 years. I'm sure you'll make some friends there. I was like, Dad, this sucks. He's like, we're not paying tuition. All right, your mom's sick.
We're not paying tuition.
Your mom's sick. We got shit to do. Your grandparents.
It's a good thing you did say.
I was like, ugh. But good things happen.
Yes.
Like
At
what?
that point, I didn't know any better. I'm like, shit. All my friends are gone. My life's fucking dumb.
I'm never going to meet the love of my life here at Northern.
When there's like 3 times as many people here than at my own school.
Oh, God. Woe is me.
Well, okay. You guys don't understand at all.
I do get it.
Like,
You moved, you lived in the same town for all your life. And then all of a sudden it was, oh my god, it moved back to 32nd place. Oh, these holes
and
got
everything
hard.
you knew and
It's
everyone
gone.
you loved.
Just gone.
It's not even that. I went from a school of graduating
people.
class 50 people to a graduating class of like 280 people. I was completely overwhelmed. The main hall, like the commons area is what they called that shit. You know what that was the size of our gymnasium. That was the size of our gymnasium.
You guys were broke.
The lunchroom was the size of our library. Basically, if you would have taken the entire first hall, you could have fit 2 Millersburg area high schools in there. Because the middle school was part of the high school. The public library was part of all of that. And the public pool was right next to all of it.
Everything was combined.
Yes.
While us, on the other hand, our middle school is looking a little broke. We're going to build a new high school, move the middle schoolers to the old high school.
That was my first two. I went to the old middle school for middle school, and then I went to the new high school for my last 2 years of high school.
Like, I especially liked that you guys had then a gymnasium, and then you had an auditorium.
Yeah.
Like,
they were two separate
bleacher seats and a stage.
Yep.
We didn't have that. We had a gymnasium.
It was all one.
We just did gymnasium things in the gymnasium. That's where that shit was.
That was a good shot.
Combine that shit all together. It was just that. That's all we had.
Yes.
Was that.
Bitchin'. Oh, I parred again. Ugh. I'm in last place. I failed. I'm in last place on the entire fucking course.
But within a month of being there, I had about 14, 15 friends.
Yeah, you made friends rather quick.
I usually do.
You know how to get yourself out of jams. Get me out of the sand trap, Brian.
I am a generally friendly person.
You try to be.
Easily likable.
That's why I didn't want to like you.
And
am I out of bounds right now?
I do remember that, Angelica. I remember people standing around the pole holding hands.
Yeah.
And like I was like, what the fuck are they doing? I remember Phil was like, that's a
prayer group,
like,
bro.
It's prayer day. I was like, pole day?
Pole
He's like, yeah, it's like it's pole day, like pole prayer day. Like they all pull around. I'm like, oh, okay. He's like, didn't you guys do that at Millersburg? I'm like, not really. They didn't feel comfortable combining religion with the school. And that was Millersburg.
Yeah. Oh. My God.
That was fucking Millersburg, and they're like, we don't like to, no
separate them. I doubled
No
again. I plus 20. Oh.
Well, you said hugging trees and the Wiccan shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if you would have asked for that, would they?
Technically, Wiccanism has seniority
Over what?
over Christianity and Catholicism.
What do you mean seniority?
It was around longer,
Well, yeah.
way before that.
And then both religions
Took
just
bits and pieces of what they liked about it.
yeah, pagan holidays like, oh, we're gonna add our god to it.
Not really. The Catholics more took all the Wiccans and burned them at the stake.
Is that what happened?
Yeah.
Seems to happen to everybody.
Yeah.
I don't like what you're doing.
We
Burn at the stake.
we left, we left Europe because they didn't let us do what we wanted to do and didn't let us be free. We came over here. This land is your land. Be free. Let's kill them. What are you guys doing? We're worshipping what we want to. Let's kill them.
Sand trap, motherfucker! Wait, I'm good. I was just thinking of like, all right, so we're gonna drown the witch, but what if she's not a witch? Well, then she died a good Christian death. What if she is a witch? Well, then she'll come up out of the water, alive.
And then we'll kill her.
Well, why would she want to if she's a witch? Because she knows we'll kill her afterwards. We didn't really think this one through, did we? Bob! Read me the playbook. We gotta discuss this shit. How are they doing this down in West Virginia? At this point, the tournament is over. I have gone to dead last, from second place to dead last.
Actually, the one big thing with Wiccanism and all that was the church was unhappy with people were going to the witches, to the coven and shit because they had medicine.
Yeah, the ailments.
Yeah.
If you think religion actually...
They were curing people for free and actually helping. And The church was hitting people in the head with hammers, saying we have to get the demons out.
Religion...
And pay me.
Now
the
pay
Black
me.
I guess it was the Dark Ages, held back science by like 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
We'd be a lot further ahead. I got a par. Doesn't matter. I can't come back from this.
Mother Goddess and stars, that's goofy. We listen to a guy in a white robe that can walk on water.
That's not witch-like qualities at all.
He can let people split seas.
Turn water into wine.
Have you ever seen The Craft?
Bring back the dead.
Yeah.
That's not...
Talk about witches and shit. The Craft was a fucking sick movie. I like that movie.
Craft.
Yeah.
Hocus Pocus.
Alright, now we're just saying things.
That was a movie.
No, I don't think so.
With the talking cat.
Ugh. You're hurting my brain, Angelica. That was a Disney movie, wasn't it?
It might have been. I don't remember.
I do remember that movie scared me as a kid.
Yeah, it was pretty frightening for being a children's film. Because they had a book made of skin.
Yeah, there was a lot of...
And they kept talking about you had to be a virgin to light the candle to bring them back and stuff. Like, how are we talking about a 13-year-old's virginity? That doesn't need to happen.
Well, I didn't even place in this tournament or get any XP at all.
Well, I mean, most
Good thing this was a charity event.
books of the left-hand path were usually bound in skin. That wasn't just like the myth of the Necronomicon. Like, most things of the left-hand path and Satan worship were bound in human flesh.
Well, wasn't it actually a good thing? Like, no. Like, human skin, it was rather protective.
Mm-hmm. They did with a lot of books.
Yeah.
But most of the left-hand path was bound in
more
human
evil.
flesh.
Yeah.
They usually put teeth in it,
Gross.
ears,
Gross.
kept shit like that. Different things.
I win something. What did I win? Well...
A lot of men that claim to be able to talk to the dead would keep eyelashes.
Eyelashes?
Mm-hmm.
Ew.
Like, that's in Haunting in Connecticut. That's real, though. People would do that
that's
shit.
Right. Well, no, not just the eyelids. Not just eyelashes. The eyelids.
Yeah, the lids.
Oh.
Yeah.
So...
So they couldn't
So they
close
couldn't.
their eyes.
They couldn't close their eyes in death, and
Yeah.
they would always have to see.
I guess that's... Well, that was the first round of the tournament, and we'll catch you next time on Let's Lose.